Welcome back to Arkham Reactor. Today we're doing something, it's my choice. Today we're doing something just a tiny little bit different. We're going to react to one of my favourite bands that have been since, obviously, I got into metal. It's been Trivium. However, we're going to do something slightly different. So, the song Beyond Oblivion from the last album before the album they have just now, what was the album called again? Fuck. Can't remember. I think it was called
that.
I think it's called actually the Sin and the Sentence album. Sorry, but they did acquire a new drummer halfway through. I think it was their. I think they finished the album, the Silence in the Snow album, Until the World Goes Cold album. Sorry, and I think they acquired a new drummer, and this is the drummer, Alex Bent, and he is a phenomenal drummer. He's self-taught from YouTube videos and everything else like that. But it does have Trivium, the vocals in the background, which Big G has heard Trivium, but has heard the older stuff.
Yep.
The very old stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them through kind of new Trivium. And it's just a drummer's playthrough. It's Alex Bent, and as a drummer myself, he is fucking phenomenal. Anyway, it's Beyond Oblivion, so it's one of my favourite songs from that album. And it is Trivium. Counters down, Big G.
All right. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, it's nasty. His flows are just awesome.
Go on, son. That kit is fucking stunning. He likes his cymbal catches, doesn't he?
He does, he's fucking phenomenal. That's nasty too. It's just so complex, this drumming as well.
This is what I love about drum playthroughs, though. Is you don't appreciate how good something is when you're listening to it. Well, you can, but you can appreciate how technical that is. But when you see them playing, it, it just makes it even bigger.
I think if you take this song back to its kind of roots, it could be played a lot, say, easier, a lot more simpler.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just doing fucking thrills like that, and then he's fucking catching cymbals, and he's just doing everything. He's self-taught, and just look at it, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
Self-taught for only a few years self-taught, and then come up with that, man.
A lot of musicians are self-taught. I don't know, they just seem to have a knack, more of a knack. They're more feeling because they're not as robotic then, they're not all about the numbers of the time signatures. This beat goes here, and they get caught up in the numbers then. So they're more likely
I think
feel.
you can. I think you can just listen and go, that's kind of what I'm looking for, and then just start adding stuff in, because he does play the songs simpler, and then he will go through it then again and start trying to add things in just to spice it up, because it's just fucking phenomenal, to be honest. And that's why I picked this one instead of going for the actual video, is to appreciate Trivium have changed from way back then. We can obviously hear it. They've got they don't scream. He doesn't scream as much anymore, man. I think his voice went or something like that, and I fucked him. But it's everything's. He does get the growls obviously in, but everything's more kind of more melodic, as you would say.
Yeah.
Which she's got a fantastic voice, so I don't mind that at all. It's kind of I like this like touch of him a little bit more than I did previous.
Yeah.
I do still play the old songs, but I like this Trivium a little bit more. It's a lot more kind of nu metal, as you would say.
Aye. I can see that.
Yeah, it still has its place. So, are you ready to go back?
All right. We'll go.
3, 2, 1, go. China. That bell is nasty.
Jesus. Oh, come on.
That's just so fast, but it's done flawlessly.
What the?
The hand changes as well, I guess.
Like that.
Phenomenal.
Jesus.
Told you it was fucking. It's the thing that gets me with this one is but always on the on the snare drum. I would always use my left hand on that one and keep my hand on that left one.
Mm-hmm.
and not change, but he will just go like he'll start doing it with his fucking right
That's
hand,
what I was
and
saying. There was a bit in the middle. He was doing this on this side, and then he just kind of went like without even thinking about it. Just
like
went, didn't. And then all of a sudden
exactly
he's switched arms.
that sometimes is for me as a drummer, it's like it's a bit of a mind fuck. He can do it, but I would rather stay away from it because I know I'd probably go like say like a beat off or something, but he just does it too flawlessly. And
He
Trivium as a
is.
whole,
He's immense, man. I'm really gonna have to go back and re-listen to Trivium again because even the song itself, that's different to what I'm used to hearing them doing. I stopped. I haven't heard anything since just before the release Shogun. So that's quite a while.
it, it's obviously it's different because of the vocal changes and everything else like that.
I like
But
that though. It's got more dynamics about it. It's not just all about the screaming and the growling and all the rest of it. I know they did like to throw in a bit of melody with the vocals as well, but there's more of it, and it's
it's like
used well.
it just seems like now it's definitely a little bit more matured than say before, which happens with every band. To be honest, they'll change, times change. You
Yeah,
wouldn't hear, in say like 10 years, you would hear probably you might not even hear something. Not as like doing the obviously Corey Taylor doing his growling anymore. He might just keep everything melodic.
yeah,
It
because I
depends.
mean they're going to get sick of doing the same old shit over and over
Like,
and over.
exactly, it'll probably go to more. I think if you're thinking of I think you might see Slipknot maybe change in the next 10, 15 years to something more
I hope not.
along the kind of.
I hope not,
Aye,
but it will happen eventually, man. Of
exactly.
course it is.
You can, yeah, I think it'll go to more towards the kind of Dead Memories album. As just starting to get kind of more towards retirement. I think that's where Trivium's a little bit different. They've kind of switched that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So they've got the kind of longer time to go back and do a little bit of things with more screaming and stuff. But you should hear the new album as well. That's got
I'm gonna
some
go.
good.
I'm gonna go back and start listening to some more Trivium again because I mean, back when I had heard them initially, it was you're talking about early 2000s, mid 2000, about 2004, 2005 ish. So I mean, my tastes were different back then as well. I was only kind of just starting to get back into metal because I took
Mhm.
a long break for listening to metal, got into punk, blues, jazz, started playing different stuff as well, and my taste really drastically changed. So I wasn't really ready to appreciate them back then, but hearing them now after getting heavily back into metal again, yeah,
Uh,
but they are fantastic. Definitely.
And that's why I picked the drummer one as well because that just
Yeah,
gets me
I'm
every
glad
time.
you did because that's incredible to watch, man.
You'd be able to hear it in the background, but when you're watching it, it's like a different experience as
It
well.
is, it is. Even I mean, seeing all those wee flourishes with with the symbols and then
Mm-hmm.
the wee tiny, I don't know what you call it. Is that a China
A splash, the wee one at the
splash?
front.
The wee
Yeah,
tiny
we
one,
want it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all the wee, all in the ride, the bell in the ride. Jesus, that is incredible, man. So yeah, good
It's
choice,
just a,
sir. Good choice.
it's just a bit different. That's what I was just going for. It's just a wee bit different.
Yeah.
Not something you would probably see, but it is at the end of the day still a Trivium plus Alan Bent.
Hmm.
Sorry, Alex Bent
Hmm.
reaction instead of just a Trivium one. So
Yeah.
there was a wee bit of a mix up in that one.
Aye, I like that.
So did I.
I'm glad.
I can't play that though. I'm too out of practice for that. I need like a year or so. No, not a year, maybe 6 months to
Mm,
be able to decently attempt it.
aye.
Because when you go back, you would need to start playing something like Metallica. Metallica, the drummer plays basic beats at the end of the day, don't he? You don't hear him go overboard.
Lars Ulrich's good to an extent, but he's not. He's not all that.
That's why you would start off playing something like that. Again,
I don't think he's ever memorized a drum line ever, because he seems to just change things constantly. But anyway, we're not getting into all of that. There's politics that go along with Metallica.
there is. We'll
And
stay out of that.
We ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Not in a million years. But apart from that, anything else, Big G?
Yes, be prepared for my next one, because it is a doozy. And all I'm going to say is, it's Ginger.
I love Ginger.
I have a certain MTN Reacts to thank for getting me into Ginger. You are a legend, sir, is all I'm saying.
Yes.
And, yeah. So, that's all I'm saying. See you in the next one.